I cannot wait to tell you about what's happening in the latest episode of Hey Amarillo. I'm in with the podcast host, Skylar Gallop, to talk about our new guest, Matt Lee. Tell me about, you've known Matt for a while, so tell me a little bit about this interview you had with him.
Yeah, I'm really excited to bring Matt to the podcast. He's been a personal friend of mine for a while. I tell him and to anyone I can that I am his biggest cheerleader. I would put Matt on any team that I worked on. He's just a hustler with an incredibly beautiful motivation to share kind of the life lessons that he's learned and this really, really cool approach with young kiddos. So Matt has a swath of businesses that he runs, everything from a funeral monument company to Senorita Saigon, which is a food truck that converges his Korean and Hispanic cultures.
Okay.
Food's really good.
I want to just dive into that
right
alone,
there,
right?
yeah. Well, and that's a really cool part of the conversation. I think we all know that food connects us and shares culture in a really beautiful kind of organic way. And Matt grew up with a Hispanic mom, and I'm sorry to correct myself, it's Vietnamese, not Korean. Vietnamese father, and his grandmother on the Vietnamese side both were cooks. Running just amazing kitchens. And he kind of beautifully wanted to create a retirement plan for his parents who were living in Hereford and meshed the two together and created this food truck that shares the same combination of cultures that Matt grew up in. So that's one snippet.
All right, I've got to dive in.
I know,
I've got to dive
cool.
into that. And you were talking about him being a motivational speaker for kids. Let's touch on that just a little bit more.
I think you'll really love this. Matt has developed a brand that I think has some pretty good recognition locally. It's Allergic to Average. It was his kind of baby with some partners of his, and it's gone through several iterations. It's currently a clothing brand. You can buy really cool shirts and hats and stuff. But what it also is a curriculum that Matt deploys in local and actually at this point nationwide schools that speak to young kids, but I don't know that he would say, to me it has a focus on young men specifically, which is so important always and critically now, on how to live in excellence. And the way that Matt talks about it is from his own learned experiences of growing up and starting businesses and failing and struggling in faith and wanting to be a great dad. He's got these two beautiful little girls that I know, and I know that motivates him to a wonderful wife. But he really has just taken what is a super intrinsic motivation in him to help other people live in excellence. And the way that he talks about it, I cannot do it. I cannot begin to do it justice. And I think that you hear in the podcast not only the drive that he has, but the difference that he's making, both in the people that he works directly with and the kiddos that he gets to get in front of. And so, I'm going to make my sons listen to the podcast. And I always tell Matt that I wish that he would be a personal mentor to my kiddos. But what's really cool is that he is doing that work in our community. And he does it from such a place of just genuine conviction and love and wanting to help other people see themselves to their fullest potential.
Matt Lee, the latest guest on Hey Amarillo. Do me a favor, go download this podcast. We love it when we get to meet people that are out there doing great things, from being an entrepreneur to a public speaker to a motivational guru, so to speak. Go check this out. It is Hey Amarillo. We always appreciate you coming in, Skylar.
Happy to be here. Thanks so much.
You bet. We've got more Studio 4 coming up after this.